What's going on, Malakes? Vnncz3 here, and let's spend some quality time gaming with each other. And in this video, Scoobs, we're going to go over how to make the perfect hyper account for starters. Now, it doesn't matter if you're food, wood, or any of that stuff. It's all going to be the same exact setup. But before we get into the video, Scoobs, I want to go over something that's been plaguing me since I started this community guild, okay? Check this out, right? Alright, so here we go. There's a board. People look at it all the time, especially when you're looking to find me or whatever the case is. You have to come to this, okay? Don't message the R4 or R5 asking if you can join. There's a very specific reason why I put that there, alright? That's all I'm going to say, okay? It's a little awkward moment. It's a little awkward moment, alright? Know my requirements. Everyone is welcome to join. Everybody is 100% welcome to join, okay? Only join if you have a purpose. Otherwise, don't bother. So, for all of you guys out there that are like, VNN, I'm 50 million might. I can produce this much resources. This. Can I join your guild? Bro, if you have to ask to join, that tells me one of two things. Either you don't want to lose guild gifts that you're currently getting, or you just don't think you're good enough to join this guild. And in both cases, you might as well not apply. We only want people who are dedicated and people who believe that they deserve to be in this guild. So, just apply. That's the only thing I'm going to say here is just apply to the guild. That's it, okay? Either you get accepted or you don't. If you do not get accepted, I will most likely message you of the reason why you didn't get accepted. But other than that, Scoobs, let's continue down the lane, okay? You must be castle level 8 to send game mails. This is an epic fail. Guys, I cannot reply to any game mails because I am not castle level 8 yet, okay? I'm just not. I'm building up the account slowly but surely. I'm not trying to rush anything. Castle level 8 and or above to do anything with mail or talking to people outside of your own guild chat. That's all I'm going to say about that, okay, Scoobs? But anyways, let's go ahead and continue down the line, all right? So the setup. And don't worry about this. I'll get to this right here in just a minute, okay? Why this is here, what it means. Anyways, yeah. The setup, okay? When you first start out, you got to beat the skirmishes. So beat the first skirmish, beat the second skirmish, the third, and the fourth, okay? I'm not going to tell you how to do that. You're going to do it on your own. And that's simply just make troops, okay? That's pretty much it. Just make troops, do the skirmishes, and voila, you're done, okay? So the first thing you're going to want to do, and you're always going to want to remind yourself of, is keep your main buildings. That is all these first buildings. That's your infirmary, your barracks, your vaults, your watchtower, all of these inner buildings just right here on the, you guys see on the screen, at the same level as your castle, okay? You're always going to want to do this. I'm telling you guys, if you don't do this, you're going to fall behind and then you're going to have to play catch up, okay? Otherwise, or you're not going to have certain researches you can do. There's a whole laundry list of things, okay? So always keep these inner buildings the same level as your castle level, okay? Please don't forget that. That's very important to remember. Also, when you're building your other resource buildings, please do yourself a favor. This is an ore hyper account, okay? So I still build one extra lumber mill, one extra farm, one extra quarry. And the reason I do that is because to build all of these other buildings, plus maintain troops, plus research, takes a lot of resources, okay? It really, really does. And if you're out there gathering, that's great. But the whole point of hyper farming is basically just not to gather. I mean, let's be real with one another. I like to be lazy. I'm not going to deny it. You guys need to do the same thing too, okay? So, yeah, do yourself a favor. Build one of each of these buildings, okay? You may need to build a total of, like, let's say 3 of each of the off buildings. So, the off buildings for this account is wood, food, and stone, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to go much further into detail about that. That's all I'm going to say. Also, do yourself another solid here. Build all manors on the first set of buildings you guys get going up. The first 6 of these buildings always build manors. And the reason being is because gold is really in a really short supply, especially when you're lower level in the game. So gold. You guys will thank me later for that, all right? And the reason I say that is because I don't even have 7,500 troops to fill up this infirmary. I don't. The moment I have about 7,500 troops is the moment I come over here to this next skirmish 5, and then I fight it all with, you guys get ready for this one? Tier 1 troops, guys. I'm telling you right now, Tier 1 troops are spot on, okay? I cut the music off, right? I literally beat Skirmish 8 with just tier 1 troops. I think it's like 50,000 tier 1 troops or something like that, and you get the job done, okay? You really do. You get the job done, and kudos to you. You're done. You could even spend a few gems, gift yourself some speed ups or whatever, spend a few bucks or whatever, and just essentially mass all the troops you will need to get all of the skirmishes done and then not ever have to worry about it, basically, okay? I have considered doing that, but we're going to try to keep it as free to play as possible. That's all I'm going to say about that, all right? So a lot of you guys are going to wonder about heroes and talents and all that stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right into that, right? First and foremost, you are going to completely ignore this entire left side, okay? Do not put any points into this left side, and I'm going to tell you guys why, all right? Because you're going to want to do everything on the cheap, okay? You're not going to want to spend just to produce resources, just to switch back. I'm telling you guys right now, talent points, switching back and forth, in a warring guild, if you're a rally leader and you're not getting help on your resources, like most of us are not, like, let me tell you guys, okay? Look, most people in warring guilds, if you're leading rallies and you're attacking and stuff like that, you're usually not getting any help in resources because resources are always tight for everybody, okay? They really are. That's the whole purpose of this guild, is because, well, we supply resources. That's pretty much about it, all right? So, what I'm trying to get at is you're not trying to war anybody, okay? I get it. You got to build troops at some point. For the intermediate and late game hyper accounts, it is okay to get into this and to get into the war talent spots. But for beginners, ignore it completely. It is just not going to be your friend, all right? You're looking to save as many gems as possible because, look, I got 954 on this account, but the other ones have 500 and some change. I opened up a couple of guild gifts, got some lucky on some gems on this account. That's it, okay? It's 1,000 gems to reset your talents, and that adds up very quickly, okay? Very, very, very quickly. Or 90,000 guild coins, and I'm going to talk about guild coins later video, okay? I'll talk about guild coins in a later video. But anyways, talent points, all right? You're going to come down here, get construction speed 1, max it before you go to research speed 1. Then max research speed 1. Go all the way down. And by the way, you're putting as minimal points as possible in each one of these talents to get down to the next level. Once you get down to construction speed 2, max it. Don't skip it and then max out research speed 2 first. Always max out your buildings before your research, okay? Because early game development is heavily dependent on your buildings, okay? Your buildings is what's going to dictate whether or not you can go far in the game or not at a much, much, much lower level, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that, all right? So always get your buildings on the go, okay? And then your research. And then if you guys want to take it a step further when you get more and more points down here, the route I am going to go is I'm going to go with the gold production 3, okay? This will always have 50 points in it, and you should too because it's a lot of gold, okay? And so if you're a hyper food, then you're going to put down right here. You're going to get down, you're going to max this out. You're going to put 50 points into this. If you're a hyper wood, 50 points. Same thing for the wood, same thing for the ore, all right? What I'm trying to say here, fam, is that you're going to max out your level 3 and your level 2 and your level 1 talents. Now, if you're taking the same route I am, which is going hyper food, hyper gold, hyper stone, hyper gold, hyper wood, hyper gold, hyper ore, hyper gold, you're always going to max out all level 3s and level 2s and level 1s of the specific resources, okay? And with any points left over, I might put some points into the troop training. I might, but I really don't see a point in it because I'm not trying to kill anybody's troops. I'm just trying to produce resources, and then that's it, man. That's literally it, okay? So yeah, those are talents, okay? Let's talk about heroes for a second, okay? I don't have all the heroes unlocked, but I do have a couple of them, right? So come over here, go to the battle skill area, right? The little book. Go to the hero skills. My bad. Go back to the battle skills. My bad. Battle skills, okay? This one has an ore supply management, 150% more ore production. This is a hero you're going to want if you're an ore hyper, okay? One thing people goof up on a lot is the heroes, okay? And that's all I'm going to say about that. There's a lot of heroes people need, okay? You need to max out those heroes for your specific hyper. But if you're completely free to play the first hero you're going to max out to gold is either going to be Sage of Storms, Trickster, or it's going to be Scar the Bolt. I don't have her unlocked, but she's a lady with a dagger, basically. Why? Because those heroes are going to have your building, your research, your monster hunting energy. They're going to have all of those things, okay? And then after those guys are maxed, then you want to come down to a hero like Oathkeeper, who produces, extra food, if you're a food hyper, or whatever the case may be. Hopefully you guys are catching on about that, okay? Get those heroes maxed out before anything else, okay? I know normally I'll say get like Rose Knight and do Rose Knight, but if you're really dedicated to the hyper accounts, doing bad in the Coliseum isn't exactly your worst enemy. It's not exactly your best friend, but it's a choice that you're going to have to make for yourself, okay? For me personally, I may trade all of my resources for Bravehearts just to get my Rose Knight up, just to get certain heroes up so I can start earning gems on the accounts, okay? And for all the other buildings and all that stuff, we'll cover those as we come by those, but hopefully you guys got a pretty good idea on how to start a hyper account and keep it producing good resources. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But y'all know what I'm talking about though, right? Love, peace, and chicken grease. Be safe. Thanks for stopping by to spend some of your Q-Audit, huh? And, yeah. Stay classy.